Hey, hey, hey.
Hi, hi, hi. Hi, hi, hi. Good evening and welcome to the Givin Trouble Show. I am
Welcome.
just Lisa and I'm giving trouble since 1973. This lovely creature is my co-host. I said host.
Poke back right
Her
back at
name
you.
is Lyrix.
Yes, and I've been given trouble since 1977, keeping it real, saying no to the patriarchy and whatnot.
I was about to say, bitch, you never said no to a thing in your life. What lies are you
How you
telling?
know? How you know?
Oh, I have a similar problem. Just say no. Why?
Hey guys, welcome to the show. We're going to be talking about very, very serious things in a not very serious way. So, trigger warning for anybody out there who might be taking themselves very seriously. We do not. Okay, that doesn't mean to say that we are not intelligent, articulate, wise beings, who may or may not reveal to you something that you may not have known before. Okay?
She only saying that because today we have the Posey of Prognostication and she knows
We do. Now
she'll be
you'll
doing
be
some
seeing her.
prognostications.
This is the Posey of Prognostication. Okay, this Posey tells the future.
The Posey have the tea.
The Posey have all the. No, you don't get to look and see what's in the Posey. Sheesh. The Posey will reveal what it wants. So later on today, because it's a half-hour show, so by today we mean within the next 15 to 20 minutes, we will be taking some predictions from the Posey of
Sorry, did you
Prognostication.
say dick? Sorry, you were breaking up a little bit. We were taking some dick. What?
I said no. I said this is the Posey of Prognostication. Um, the Dick of Dickering. That's on the next episode next week.
No, I heard you said there was some. You know what? You were breaking up. All I heard was the dick part. I think maybe it was predictions. You
I
said.
think maybe you're the one who's breaking up. Okay. All
Okay.
right.
So what are we talking about today?
Well, first of all, Lisa, how have you been? How are you? What's been going on? Have you done anything interesting lately? Let's normalize catching up.
I'm doing really well. Yesterday, I went to help my very, very good friend move and ended up liming and drinking basically from 10 in the morning until well after midnight and got home at some obscene hour. I felt like I felt like my 25-year-old self was going.
I approve of this message.
I felt my tanty shuddering in shame and horror, and then my inner 25-year-old was like, "Go girl!" Hashtag yas. Hashtag get a girl.
More like
Tiring.
that's very copacetic. Remember copacetic? Used to say copacetic a lot. It was a thing. Okay. Hi, Sean. Welcome to the show. How are you, darling? It's good to see you. For those of you who may or may not be wondering, we will be staying over on Facebook today. But what I will be doing is uploading the show to YouTube directly after. So if you prefer that platform, you can go over to there and check out the show or even check out past episodes on YouTube. Yes.
Of
All
which
right.
we have
So,
like many because we've been doing this show for almost a year now. I think April will make it a year.
yeah,
And
just right.
yeah, so we have actually quite a big back catalog.
We have
Back
a big,
catalog, I said.
you have a big back catalog. Fight
We
me.
do, we do have a
Okay.
big back catalog, and we have some really funny shit in there, so you can go check it out. You know,
It
in
is.
addition to these videos, we actually have some sort of feature-ish and other kinds of entertainment content on there. So check it out in general.
Yes. Like we have some
We have a
sketch
good use.
comedy, we have some of our stand up, we have
Say it
some
like a Trini,
artwork
which is
that we've done. Say it like a Trini. So some really nice
funny.
things.
You should
Yeah,
follow me.
go like and subscribe and follow our YouTube page and have some fun, guys. Have some fun. It's all about the ladies like us, okay?
Indeed, indeed.
Um I had a really bad night last
Yes.
night. I'm very loopy. Not that anybody asked,
You're breaking up. You're breaking up. You're breaking up.
but I had a really bad night last night because my
So I
neighbor.
don't know if you can see me even. Or if, now she's frozen.
I can see you
But
and
okay,
hear
so last night I went out zesting, and that was my. I had fun. I had. I can see you and hear you now, but you're frozen, and I'm
I
very
am
slow and
also hear
sticky.
you.
I
You look
hate
fine
internet
to
in
me.
Trinidad.
I
I just
think
want you
it's
to know.
fine. Yeah,
But
don't
I
worry
went
about
out
it.
last night, and that was fun.
I'm really glad for you, Lisa. I'm not jealous
But
at
you know, when I
all.
went out.
And I'm not upset that you didn't call me.
So wait.
I
Let me tell you what was interesting. When I went out, right? We were we went to somebody's house, and outside it was an apartment, and outside in the yard of the apartment building, it had like about a dozen or something children playing. It didn't have no tablets. It didn't have no screens. They had like skip and rope and balls and trucks and thing, and they were playing in the yard. I haven't seen
that
that in
sounds
years, honestly.
crazy.
Honestly, I haven't seen children playing in a yard in years. Crazy.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yes, you're back.
Okay.
And you're back.
Oh,
Sort of.
great. Well,
No.
I don't think, I think on the feed, I think it's fine. Like, I'm not breaking up there. I think it's just between you and I. So stay with me, and I'll try to stay with you, right? Well, I had a bad night because there was somebody, one of my neighbors was playing music all night and up to about 2 o'clock today. So, and every other part of the house except my room, you can barely hear it. And in my room, it's like super, super loud. So I'm a little extra loopy today. So bear with us. Bear with us because we're always loopy. So extra loopy is real extra loops. I'm just
Extra.
saying. Speaking of loops and
Extra, like the
hoops,
extra
loop,
spicy crispy.
speaking of loops and hoops, what is going on with our vaccination? When are we going to get vaccinated? I have places to be.
Well, you could, if you have Barbadian citizenship, swim to fucking Barbados and get a shot now. No, I mean, people are real beaten up. No, look at it this way, right? People real beaten up. By the end of the year, we will have the vaccines, right? And
Okay.
even if we get the vaccines today, it will take a while for the vaccines to roll out. Why the hell people beaten up over a few weeks? I mean, maybe I just not seeing it. Aww, it's Femcom TT mommy time. It's
So,
the mommy and
mommy
me edition of the
time.
Givin Trouble
She
show.
come to show off the braids now. Now she come to show
Oh
it
my
off.
gosh.
Well, she didn't really get braids. My other daughter is practicing her braids, practicing braids on her sister. So
So
thank
she
you,
just
honey.
braided her hair.
She's braiding her hair. So I want to travel. I have a show and I want my show to be able to travel. So that's why I'm anxious to get vaccinated so that could happen. My show, The Revenge of King Jab Jab, which was a smash hit over the carnival season and also for International Women's Day. Despite COVID, at the Little Carib Theatre, it's something that I want to take all over the world. And so I'm anxious for us to have vaccines so I can make that happen. Because now there's this thing. Now there's like a vaccine passport. Now people with vaccines can travel. They're the free ones. Do you agree?
I mean, when this whole idea of the vaccine was first floated, that was a thing that came up in my mind that you would not be able to do anything unless you had had the vaccine.
Right.
Fortunately, I don't participate in the world in a way that makes that a problem for me.
Is your answer I plan to use in Tobago, so whatever? Is that your answer?
Yeah.
Lisa? Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh, yeah.
That it doesn't affect you? So you
No, if
don't,
they make
yeah,
no, if they make the vaccine mandatory, then it becomes a problem for me. But up
right.
until this point, I'm not one of the. Like I said, I am not I'm not old enough, sick
Mhm.
enough, fat enough, or any of the other things that
You don't have
would
enough.
make you
You don't have enough comorbidities.
right. And I don't have an essential job. I don't have to come in contact with people. All of
Nobody
these.
needs you.
Nobody needs me to be out there in the world. So I mean, people love me, and if I, weren't here in the world, it would be a problem. But that's not what I mean. I mean, like, I don't need to go and do essential services. I'm not a nurse.
But
You know what I mean?
let me ask you this:
I might be
when
the
the
last person in
vaccine,
Trinidad to get a vaccine. What?
well, this is what I was gonna ask because I mean, are you even trying to get that vaccine? Do you like, because there's a lot of discussion about a lot of countries now having the issue where they have the vaccine there, but people are not availing themselves. People are opting out and are choosing not to take it. So what do you think? You think you would wait and you're like a wait and see? You're like, if the rest of us turn into mutant zombies, then you'll be like, ha ha ha.
No, I believe in vaccines, sir. I believe in vaccines. But I do not necessarily want to be a first wave in the vaccine. I want to see the first wave when all of them, one eye start to melt and fall out their face and shit like that. I want to be like, look, you see, and we said wait. We did say
So what
wait,
you're saying
but
is you will leave the rest of us to be the guinea pigs and you will wait and see what happens. Okay.
yes, that is what
But
I'm saying.
not because you don't care, but because you don't have any urgent need to go anywhere, and quarantine life is not necessarily messing with your meds. Quite the opposite, I have found personally. So I think we're starting to get used to this inside life. But the vaccine is rolling out. You can see we have a few little figures here. Yes, we're trying to pretend we're a legitimate show for 3 minutes.
That's for that guy who complained last week.
That might be as long as we could last, right? So the USA, they've been rolling it out like a mouthful. They have 113 million doses given and 39 million fully vaccinated, 12%. God damn. Russia at about
Wait,
7
wait, wait.
million. Well,
48% in Israel.
no, no. In India, this is India.
No, I looked at Israel. It's a little bit
Yes,
lower.
Israel 48%. And I hear that
Hmm.
they ain't giving them Palestinians and them none.
Salt.
Salt for the Palestinians.
I mean, I would say that's not very Christian of them, but it is Israel. So
There you go.
showing Christian.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. No, it's really awful. I have a lot of issues. I have a lot of problems with the so-called state of Israel and what they've been doing and how they've been doing it and their stinking racist ways. But that is truly a new low for them. That 48% of their population is vaccinated and they're not um, letting any vaccines go to the Palestinians. I think that's disgusting. So
Sounds
gross
pretty
me out
messed
the door there, Israel. Keeping it
sounds
real.
pretty messed up, but
Keeping it real.
I tend to not care about Israel as a political entity. I know,
Well,
right? There's so much I just don't care about. I mean, like, how do I live?
well,
How do I live?
I think we're really kind of overwhelmed with information. It's one of the things that keeps us all kind of paralyzed to a large extent, because we have all this information. We know there's so much trouble going on here, there, everywhere. It almost feels like it's not possible to make any kind of impact or difference, right? So it's not easy. But we can make a change. We can make a difference. And you're seeing that all over the world. You don't let them fool you. Don't let them fool you that you don't matter. You have
Hey,
to,
do you remember Take Our Kids to Work Day?
was that a show? A TV show? That's my
Back
life
in the
every
before
day, all the
time,
time. But
there
it's
used
my
to be a
fault.
day.
No, it's my fault. I'm a sucker, and I think my children should be. I'm not a sucker. You see, she's so sweet. She says I'm not a sucker. You know.
Yeah.
After this, I'm taking her bicycle riding, and she said, and how long is the show? I said half an hour. She goes outside and she says, Alexa, set a half-hour time.
Is that no teeth ganga in there? Wait,
Yeah.
no teeth ganga. Come, let me see. No
Mm-mm.
teeth Ganga.
Yeah.
Excellent. I wonder who Ganga was and why he lost his teeth and how has he
Well,
fallen to this state of infamy.
oh yes, was there a great song about a guy called Ganga? Ganga Singh?
And I don't know. I don't know
I
what you're
can't
talking
remember. I
about.
can do other group. No, 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 no.
There was
So
a
that
great
one,
guy called Ganga, Darren Ganga. Oh my God, have you ever seen
Darren
that man's ass?
Ganga.
Oh my
He's so
God. Sorry, he's
nice.
also excellent at cricket.
Sorry to objectify you, Ganga, but you don't
No,
know.
Darren Ganga. I really liked him actually. I did a little bit of work with him. Well, not that I was doing any work with him. I was working for the Guardian, and he was on the project that I was working on. And
Well, look,
nice
Sean is
guy.
getting us back on track. Sean says, give me the vaccine just to piss off the anti-vaxxers. So when are we getting our vaccine? That is what inquiring minds, not Lisa, apparently, right? Just me. Inquiring minds want to know. So Dial Singh, our Minister of Health, I believe, because I don't keep track of these things. There he is. He
Let's be
said that,
captured, Minister of Health. Come, yeah.
yeah, that's how you
Boy.
know he's in Minister of Health. The newspaper says it. Okay, I'm smart. I know things. Um, so the government has come in for criticism. People are like, where's the vaccine, bitch? Why Barbados have vaccines and we don't have? Because we're all about comparison. Like if no other Caribbean countries had, we'd be cool. But the fact that Barbados have is like, ugh. And then people are like, that's Indian vaccine. That Indian vaccine will have it's generic. The Indian things are not good. Boy, the PR campaign against India is so excellent, right? So it's all of this going on.
Racism is real. It's real. Racism is real. Racism.
It's so real. It's so real.
So,
And
so
Master did a
basically,
great job.
what Dale Singh was saying is that we use WHO approved vaccines, and because of this, it was taking us a little bit longer to get the vaccines than some other
Ooh,
places, which went with non WHO. And he was like shady as hell. He's like, if that state decides to do that, that's their right, but we don't
yes.
do that. 50 years we've been doing vaccines, and it's been WHO approved. And he kind of testified there, he little preach a little bit, and he
Yeah,
so
you have a
basically.
point. I mean, if we're gonna do it, then we want to get the correct thing, right? We want to get the good stuff. We don't
Yeah,
want the
and
thing when you take it, then it wear off.
that how it works.
I
I
don't
like
know.
worry if you take it and you get
They put it in to pull
no
it on, it's just
protection.
bust. Oh gosh, it gone off. You didn't get it right thing, it gone off.
The fridge stopped working.
Yeah,
Not
because
cold.
well, I mean, vaccines are seen as the path to normalcy, right? The path back to everything normal, normal. People traveling, this happening, borders opening, all of those kind of things. So of course, people are interested in their vaccines. So I found this site that says these are the authorized or the approved vaccines, and there's quite a few of them. There's 10 of them. All right, the Moderna, the AstraZeneca. There's a Russian one called the Sputnik V5, I guess. The V is for five, maybe. I don't know. It's Roman numerals, right? Not Russian numerals. I don't know. Right? The Janssen one does it from Johnson and Johnson, right? Look, it's approved in Bahrain, Canada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and it's approved by the WHO. So maybe that's the one we'll end up with.
There, there
Corona.
are three that there are three that we're looking at, and that is in fact one of them. And it was only approved 3 days ago. The minister said so.
Right.
That,
So there's CoronaVac. There's
and
this.
that Johnson and Johnson one is one of the the ones that it's only one shot as opposed to many of them, which is two shots.
Yes, a lot of them are 2 shots as opposed to 1 shot. So you would take the 2 shots a little distance apart, I think. And then you
21
have
days in some cases.
21 days, up to 21 days apart, and then you have this one as well. So it's a little dizzying, all this information. I could understand how people could be feeling a little overwhelmed, but I guess the government wants us to feel reassured that they're doing the right thing and they're going and bring the good vaccines, right? Sean says Indian vaccine not good. They acting like it's doubles from Debbie. Hey, doubles from Debbie, very nice. Eh?
Hey, I won't have you. Just get out of my
I
show.
won't
Just leave that chat right now. Leave it.
There's no doubles from David. Hey.
Debbie is sacred.
Hey, and the $2 doubles place. Hey,
everything in Debbie is good. Gaga from Debbie.
My daughter experimented. She learned to do braids. I'm going to send on a little course, probably by hair braid it. And so she practiced on my hair. So I have one braid and I'm playing with it incessantly. I'm going to have lots of fun with this. I shall be flicking it. I have to practice the flick.
Mommy, this is how you do it.
Oh, look, Iris showed me how to flick here. She have here. Oh, the braids are all stiff. It's not working out for her.
This is how you do it.
So you have all these different vaccines. And these are the ones that are authorized in the US. Almost done, honey. Yes.
I feel like we need to get like a thing that comes up when the thing drops off that says, "We'll be back in a moment."
We'll be back when the internet drops off and it goes with some elevator music and stuff. Right? So in the States, they have approved 3 vaccines, and that's the ones they're spreading. That's the ones they're spreading like a butter. Right? So, I mean, we still don't even know which one is coming to Trinidad. It might be the Johnson & Johnson 1-shot one. We don't know when, and we don't know when the borders are going to open. Luckily, I have the Posey of Prognostication. Now, the Posey of Prognostication, just a quick intro, is a posy that tells you the future. Okay? Now, it is a posy. I'm not going to lie. It is a posy. We know what a posy is for. It's for taking a dump or taking a shit, as we say in Trinidad, or tutuing, many defecating. There are many things. So I will not explain to you, for the sake of those who may be sensitive, I will not explain to you the process that I use to charge up the posy. Because I'm sure you might not be able to handle the truth, right? But the Posey of Prognostication tells the future, okay? So the process is simple, okay? When one is using the Posey of Prognostication, one must take the posy, give it a little shuffle, right? So you just shake it to get the vibes now, and think about your question. So, what is the question for today, Lisa? The question is, when will the borders of Trinidad and Tobago open? When will the borders of Trinidad and Tobago open?
Tell us.
Thinking about it, Lisa?
What does your posy say?
My posy says, now remember, this posy was completely empty. Eh? These things appear magically. Not that's true, and Iris? Yes, Iris is testifying, right? That is true.
It's terrible to train your children to lie from young.
Of
That will
course,
come
it's a
back to bite
necessary
you.
skill, vital for survival.
Oh my
Yes,
God, my
ma'am.
computer's on 9%. I'm sorry, I did not bring my charger. Could you give me 1 second? I'm so late. Oh,
Go ahead. While I talk about what this means. Okay, get your charge. Okay, guys. So, sit down, Iris. So the Posey has revealed a measuring tape, right? So that means do not measure the time between now and when the borders open. It will just open, okay? Don't worry about it. Don't measure the time. Okay, the borders will be open soon. The Posey of Prognostication has spoken. Okay, thank you so much, Posey of Prognostication. So now we know, Lisa, the Posey has spoken. Okay, the Posey has spoken.
well,
All
I
right.
think the tape
Mm-hmm.
suggests a long ass time from now because that tape is how much feet? 500?
It is a 16-foot measuring tape. It's very short.
Oh,
Right? I
oh,
mean, suppose he could have given me
he
a
could have.
50 foot.
He could
Could have
have,
given
in
me
fact.
because he's not a man or a woman, please. Because he's a
Sorry,
there
sorry,
thing.
sorry.
Please
Sorry, my
respect
bad.
because his wishes.
Okay,
Okay.
they could have.
Yes.
They could have given us. When I was a kid, my dad was a welder, and he used to have
Mhm.
like these huge tape measures, like this big, 500 foot. I'm not even kidding. Huge, big like your head.
Right.
And I was fascinated with them. Is that what OCD? Pull out.
No, tape measures
Pull
are
out.
fascinating. Children are still very much attracted to tape measures, as many ruined tape measures
The
will
big one, big like your head, had a little thing inside, like on the outside of it, there was in the middle a little thing that you could flip up, and then you'd use it to. Oh my God.
Yes, yes, Sean. The Posey predicts the time is beyond the tape. Okay? Sean says the Posey predicts the time is beyond the tape. Yes, Sean, correct. Right. Now Sean is somebody who's very accustomed to the Posey, right? Malika Best says how long is a piece of string? That is how long we will be waiting for the borders to open all year. Right? So, guys, just want to let you know we're going to be closing off soon. We finish at 1:30, and I have to take this one bicycle riding, and she will jump in as well. May or may not have
I've
noticed.
noticed.
Motherhood is a hell of a thing.
It's kind of incredible, I mean, the whole motherhood gig. It's an interesting shtick. I appreciated it while I did it, but it's over.
I'm
Thank
very
God it's
jealous
over.
that you have the children who pay their own rent. That
Living
is an
in different
exciting
countries.
concept. I can't wait. Get a job, Iris. Get a job.
Okay, and while that lazy bum out there goes bicycle
This
riding,
is draining me, draining me, draining me. Get
yeah,
a
yeah,
job. Jeez.
yeah. But I just want to say that the world is whatever. I mean, look, the world is what we make it, right? And we're locked up, and businesses have to change, and people are losing their jobs and stuff. But I think that there's also a lot of beautiful, brilliant shit that's happening. So while we're here, like hustle, 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 we have to get out of it. We have to get out of it. Realistically, the economic ramifications, even if you get the vaccine today, economic ramifications, we are set back 2 decades.
Mm.
20 years, guys, in certain areas. And in other areas, we've had these, like, I don't know, cosmic shifts in the way that everything is being done. The banks for years were trying to get us to go electronic. COVID, suddenly now we all have electronic
Get this
banking.
one.
You
Get
know what
this
I mean?
one.
So
It's
these
true. They're
huge changes
adjusting.
are happening, and we just have to roll with it and try and figure shit out. But vaccine or no vaccine, these changes are here to stay. You know, sorry guys, sorry guys.
Yes, Iris is going to be a future host of the Given Trouble show, and look
Because
out for her.
she's
She's going to
give trouble
be.
already. So
She gives lots of trouble, but I am training her to give even more. And Yes, lots and lots of trouble. When them teeth grow back, the pressure fall all you.
Yeah. Oh
All right,
gosh.
guys.
You two of y'all are adorable.
Oh, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you guys next Thursday for the Giving Trouble show. Inform yourselves, read, pay attention, find out what's going on, and figure out how it affects you and what you want to do about it. All right, take care. You go on before this one drives you crazy. Bye. Stop it. Iris, come on. Jeez. Say bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.